Well, good evening, yogis. Go ahead and find yourself on your mat, wherever that may be, whether that's at your house, a hotel, a motel, on the side of the road. Doesn't really matter. Your yoga practice is where you choose for it to be, anywhere in your life or somewhere physically on your mat. Go ahead and have a seated position and invite your breath right on through. Inhaling as you lift and extend your arms. Exhale to lower down. Second time, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, this time, interlace your fingers, your hands, drop them down. Inhale, extend, lift above your head. Interlace your fingers, take that side bend. Right side to your left side. Pressing down through your tailbone. And exhale, reach forward and drop your head. Allow your head to just soften down. Move your breath right on through. And then take your knees underneath of you, set up for tabletop pose. And then set your knees wider, take child's pose. Toes touch behind, hips drop to your heels, drop your head down, extend your arms forward. Feel free to always put a yoga block under your head if this is uncomfortable for you. And then come into cat-cow pose. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your head. Exhale to arch your spine and look down. Feeling rooted under your hands and your legs. Feeling comforted by the earth, held by the ground. Let your breath move on through, right? Match your inhales with your exhales. Alternating here, extend your right arm forward, left leg goes back. Taking one knee wide, and then your elbow goes the opposite direction. Go ahead and switch sides. Left arm extends forward, right leg shoots back. Exhale, take your right knee wide as your left elbow goes out wide. And then send it on back. Right leg extends, left arm extends and reaches. And return, tabletop pose, flat spine. A few more rounds here of cat-cow. And on your exhale, push back, downward facing dog for a brief moment, lifting your hips, lengthening the backs of your hamstrings, lowering your chest towards your legs, extending your right leg to lower it down, extend your left leg to lower it down, grounding through your hands. Taking your feet wide to the edges of your mat, walk your hands back to your feet, ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows with your hands. Soften your head towards the ground. Lift your hips higher towards the sky. Allow your chest to come in contact with your thighs. Heel and toe your feet to touch. On your inhale, start to stand, stacking your vertebrae one at a time. Inhaling, lift your arms up and overhead, reaching for the heavens. Hands come to your forehead, namaste, and then samastitihi, hands at your heart center, standing at attention here. Arms at your sides, Tadasana, mountain pose. Move your mountain. Close your eyes and heel and toe your feet to the front of your mat. Some wobbles might come through. That's okay. Just drop the judgments. Sending gratitude for what you can do. Inhale to extend and reach. Exhale to fold forward. Soften your chest over your thighs. Maybe give yourself a hug, wrap your arms around your legs. Drop your hands down, step your feet back, second downward facing dog. And then lower yourself into plank. The greatest ab exercise you will ever know. Elbows under your shoulders, toes curled under your feet, press your heels back. Draw your belly in towards your spine. And then same thing like we did in tabletop, alternate your knees, drive them up towards your elbows. So right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow. Exhale, lower down. We're going to set up here for locust pose, a back bend. Exhale to rise up. Lift your chest, lift your legs, reaching for your ankles with your hands. Find length from your head all the way to your toes. Exhale, release to come down. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, rise. Maybe find bow pose if that's there for you. Grab your ankles with your hands. I have a sprained wrist, so that started to hurt me, so I let go and decided locust pose better served me. And exhale, release. Set up for Sphinx pose. Elbows go under your shoulders. And place your forearms facing forward. Draw your shoulders down your back, and you can stay here or lift up into this dolphin pose, not pigeon pose. Sending your hips to the sky, but your forearms stay glued. I'm going to do a little exercise here. I'm dropping my knees down and towards my elbows, but not touching the ground, just hovering about 2 inches or so. And then drawing my hips back up towards the sky. Draw your belly button up and in. Sending your heels up towards the sky as you drop your knees, giving your calves a nice stretch and lengthen. And then come out of whatever posture you're currently in. Take child's pose. If you're already there, that's wonderful too. Find your space. And then second plank here, elbows under your shoulders, send your legs back. Focus on moving your breath. Come out of this, take tabletop pose. As many amounts of cat-cow as you'd like, dropping your belly and then lifting your spine. Becoming curious in your own body, deciding what works for you, but we're going to transition now into a side plank, giving our obliques a little love. So your right elbow comes down, your forearm is placed down, lifting your left hip towards the ceiling. Maybe give your top leg an extension variation. And then rotate. Regular plank here in the middle, third time. Elbows under your shoulders, breath is moving. And the rotating opposite side here. Taking your right elbow down towards the floor. Extend that top leg, allowing your feet to be stacked. If you can't lift your top leg, you can always drop that bottom knee. And second plank here, dropping your elbows, but then push back, child's pose. You can keep your knees together or you can take them wide, just depending on what your back might be calling for. Stay in child's pose for as long as you'd like or lift up into headstand. You can cup the back of your head and use your forearms and elbows as your base as you lift your toes to the sky, hug your core in, squeeze your glutes. I'm opening my back here, so I'm letting my feet drop beyond my head, sending my pelvis towards the back wall. And then with control, lower your legs down towards the floor. You might tuck one knee in towards your chest to do this. Breathing from your core. Regardless of what posture you're in, right? Making sure your breath matches up. Allowing yourself to always feel each breath as it comes through. And noticing, without judgment, if your inhales are the same length as your exhales. I know for myself, my exhales are much longer. My inhales take a bit of control. From downward facing dog, lift your right leg. Send it through your hands. And set up here for low lunge, so your back knee stays on the floor. Rise up, crescent lunge. Only difference, lift your back knee off the ground and your heel stays up. Exhale to open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, lift and lean back. Humble warrior, interlace your hands, drop your head down inside your leg. Inhale, lean back, warrior one. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Press your chest to your legs. Left leg rises and sends through your hands. Inhale, rise, low lunge. Back leg is down. On your next inhale, crescent lunge, back heel lifted. Spin it down, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Chest and hips face the same direction. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, go ahead and drop your left hand down towards the floor. Take an alteration of side angle if you would like. Taking your hands behind your back, humble warrior. And rise up, warrior two, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands down. Drop your legs back, tabletop pose. Cat-cow here. Exploring your spine. Let yourself be free as you move your breath. Downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Fold over your thighs. Relax your chest over your legs. Your head becomes heavy towards your toes. Lengthen your legs as you lift your hips. Just let your upper torso be heavy. Halfway lift, breathe in, and then slowly start to rise, rolling your vertebrae up, reaching for the heavens. Hands to your heart center, Samastitihi. Hands extend overhead. Tip your body weight forward, extend your left leg behind you, and charge your arms forward, warrior three. It's like you're kicking the back wall, but reaching forward. Return to Tadasana, hands towards the heavens. Go ahead and tip forward, opposite leg, warrior three. Virabhadrasana three. Right leg extends, arms reach and charge forward. Hug your core into your spine. And lowering your arms by your sides. Take your feet wide here. I'm going to show you 5-pointed star. Let all 10 toes face one direction and lean back, placing your hands on your hips to then exhale and fold forward. Lower your head. Let your upper torso become heavy. We hold a lot of water in our upper body, so our lymphatic system really gets a nice massage from the inside out when we do inversions. Inversions just mean whenever your heart is above your head, no matter what posture that's in, whether that's in forward fold or you keep your legs wide, it all works the same. Keeping your hips lifted, allowing your blood to drain, knowing that the earth will hold you. Maintain a flat spine. Exhale, fold, lower, and drop down. Feel free to remain here or drop your hips to the floor and just have a seat. Closing your eyes, returning to your breath. Or heel into your feet closer together, forward fold, and then sit down. Finding a seated position of your choice, extend your arms to the sky, exhale, twist. Take your vision over your back right shoulder, inhale, reach, exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach high, extend. Exhale, hands come together and fold forward.